the hype that was surrounded around this game, I could tell was at a feverish pitch because looking at the comments, looking at the comments of the video, the previous videos that I posted, you guys are popping for real. I mean, y'all are just off the chain with all the comments out there. Yeah, coach got something to say. What, y'all thought I was going to sit in the corner and be quiet? I mean, really? Did you really think I wasn't going to come back on a recap for this? Guys, let me tell you something. I know many of you, just like myself, was sitting there watching this game, just glued to the screen, waiting to see the last seconds go off the clock in that fourth quarter to see who was going to walk away with the victory. We already know who walked away with the victory, but I'm going to give you my recap on what I thought about the game itself and just how there's a few little things that need to be worked on here and there, and it's going to be some folks in trouble. I'm just going to be honest with you right now. But I can tell you right now, guys, look, I read my comments. Hey, and like I said, I might give you a like. I might hit the heart emoji, whatever have you. I started to respond to a couple of comments. I said, nah, I wanted to make sure those comments were really directed towards me, or if you guys was, shooting back and forth with one another within the comments, because some of the comments y'all leave, some of those comments y'all sending back and forth at each other was pretty daggone interesting. And it was entertaining for sure. But guys, before I get into this recap, let me do one huge thing. And let me tell all of you, I thank you all for rocking with me and following me on this journey, guys. We're going to continue to keep building this channel up to higher and higher heights. And I'm glad to see many of you are enjoying the content that I am providing you. But I want to tell you this, guys. I want you to go back and make sure you look at the previous videos that I put up about Jackson State and Coach Prime being their new head coach. Because, guys, I've been saying from the beginning, this was a phenomenal thing that was going on with him being named the head coach of the Jackson State Tigers. Trust me when I tell you, I've been around youth sports for a long time, and I've seen Coach Prime bring a program into the city where I am, and they did some great things there as well, and how he uplifted the community and those players as well, just from the teacher aspect of the game and just letting them know that they have people that's going to be behind them, that's going to push them to higher heights. So without further ado, guys, welcome back to Tomorrow League Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. That's right, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like these videos, share these videos, comment on these videos, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos as I drop them. Guys, a lot of the videos that you may see may be out of order because I got a lot of different stuff that's going up at one time. So, hey, just stick with me. I do apologize getting this one out late to you guys, but it's coming anyway because I know you guys want it. And guys, like I said, also, you can find us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. Without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and do what we do, and we're going to pop off and talk about this game that went on today. Yes, Jackson State brought the pain, and guess what? The daggone sideshow is going to continue to keep going on and on and on. You remember, Coach Prime told these folks, he told the coaches, hey, listen, if you don't get me this year, you won't get me. And I think he's about to live up to that, guys. So we're going to wait and see what happens when they play their next opponent, and we're going to make, we're going to just ride this wave and see what's going to happen. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you. When I sat there and watched this game yesterday, like many of you, I watched Jackson State hold the Grambling State Tigers within the 10-yard line and behind the 10-yard line, and they were able to get them with a 3 and out. And when they punted that ball off, and the punt returner took that ball back to the 11-yard line, I'm sitting there saying like, "Ooh, this is gonna be a long game for daggone Grambling State today." Because I was waiting to see exactly how the momentum was going, how everything was going to shift with the momentum based on Jackson State scoring first. But you know what? Grambling said, not too fast. We're going to come back at you. We're going to put 14 points up of our own just to let you know, guys, we're here to ball today. And, like I said, 14 unanswered points, it starts to leave you questioning, okay, what type of adjustments do we need to make? And Jackson State, they started to understand and started filling out their offense to let them know, hey, look, guys, we got to put a little pressure up here. We got to clog these holes, make sure that these running lanes are not open for the quarterback, Hick bottom to just take off and run at the drop of a dime. I mean, he was running like a bat out of hell. I mean, every time the daggone defense did not stay within their lanes coming up the field, hey, Hickenbottom was taking off. And then all of a sudden you started watching that offensive line, they started closing in where that pocket wasn't as wide as it was before because the defense was making them work. And like I said before, the craziest thing was all of the hype. Yes, I understand the fact that Grambling lost a lot of players, and Coach Prime does not have all of his players that's going to be playing for him in the fall. So for them to go in there and do what they did yesterday, I'm just going to give it to you like this. Jackson State had the opportunity to go up 3 scores before the halftime. Coach Prime, let me tell you something. Even watching you when you guys was coaching at Trinity, Keep your foot on the gas, man. Don't let up off the gas. You should have went ahead and went up 3 scores before the half. I didn't understand why you took your foot off that gas. But Jackson State let Grambling State know with 20 points unanswered of their own that, hey, we on to something here. You guys got to come play some ball today because you're not just going to walk out of here and think you're going to get this W at home with all of these crazy calls that they've been giving you all day long. The running game between Tyson Alexander and the quarterback, Jalen Jones, that dual threat quarterback, I mean, he was lacing their behind up yesterday. Every time they thought they had that man dead rights in the backfield, thinking they was going to stop him, he'd take off on him. And guess what? He just kept them chains moving, And Tyson Alexander, I mean, he ran like a man possessed yesterday. I mean, hey, Grambling tried to walk them daggone linebackers down their 3-5 defense, and guess what? They made their behinds go back to playing a regular style defense where they could not pack the daggone box like they were doing yesterday, and Jackson State ate their behind alive. And you already know there's going to be teams out there trying to find a way to see how they can switch their defense up to try and make Jackson State put the ball in the air a lot more than what they did yesterday. Don't get me wrong. Jones played ball yesterday. I mean, he threw the ball when he needed to. He hit the receivers on point. And like I said, guys, matter of fact, that 67-yard touchdown pass was a thing of beauty. I'm just going to tell you right now, I thought that receiver was dead to rights. And I'm talking about he took off up the field, boy. I mean, he was humping. And listen, Jackson State have playmakers all over the field. And I'm just telling you right now, teams, beware of what you're dealing with. You guys thinking that Jackson State is something sweet. They ain't sweet like you think they are, because Jackson State and Coach Prime, they're looking to come to your city and punch you in the mouth and let you know, hey, guess what? If you ain't bringing your A game, they're going to bring theirs today and let you know that they're here to play and get this W. But without saying all of the great things, I got to throw in a couple of crazy ones too, because the ball, we got to work on daggone holding on to that ball. We dropped the ball too many times on the field. We've had a few lucky bounces. There's 2 games in a row where we've had lucky bounces on fumbles out there on the field, trying to get that extra yard, or running plays where we should have checked out of that play instead of letting that running back get set up to get blew up in the backfield, and you end up, luckily getting that daggone fumble recovery for you to continue on moving the sticks down the field. But I can't leave off with talking about Coach Fobbs. Coach Fobbs made a crazy decision yesterday when he pulled Hickbottom out the game and decided to go with a different quarterback, Walker, especially after Hickbottom had the team running like it was a well-oiled machine. For the life of me, why would you do that? I get it. Everybody's trying not to show their hand during the spring because they don't want everybody to see exactly what they're running. Hell, Jackson State, if I'm not mistaken, they might have ran 8 plays. They didn't run nothing out of the ordinary. They kept everything simple and sweet and say, hey, you're going to beat us with these plays. But I think they might have sprinkled maybe 1 or 2 extra ones in there. But I'm going to say 8 for the most part. But, guys, this SWAC spring football season is going to be something to watch. And again, like I told you before, for all of the naysayers out there that thought Coach Prime was just blowing smoke, where everybody was like, he's a bunch of hype, he's this, he's that. Guys, he got some kids out there that want to play, and there are some ballers out there on that team. Trust and believe. They're going to come through and do what they need to do to make everybody believe. It's time for you to believe. And the last but not least, I got to talk about my linemen because, like I said, I played the line myself. Grambling line, I'm going to start with them first. Yeah, they got some work to do, the mental reps, as far as making sure you stay on side. You're not too many false starts that was going on yesterday. There was some issues with Jackson State doing the same thing as well. They had a few miscues as well, but they bounced back and was able to get things in order to make sure that they continue to keep moving those sticks. Like I said, there were some questionable calls out there, especially that last call that would allow Jackson State to go up by 11 in the fourth quarter when Alexander had crossed the line. He crossed the end zone, crossed over the end zone, and he broke the plane into the end zone. They were saying that, hey, he fumbled the ball. Now, I know just like you, there's a camera that's sitting like right there in front where you can see exactly where that ball came out at. And all we kept seeing was side angles. And I mean, I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, guys, something ain't right here. I mean, between that, the targeting call, and just a couple of miscue calls here and there, guys, Jackson State got to clean it up. They clean that up. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be a tough out. They're going to be a tough out for anybody to come up in front of them. I mean, if you ain't coming with your A game, these boys are here to play and let you know, hey, look, you're going to put some respect on Jackson State for real. But until next time, guys, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below. And remember, guys, be the one and lead.